Alright, like the tiki, this is going to be a quick look because like the tiki, this shoe doesn't work for me, sadly. I really like them. I've actually already sold them. I'm going to be shipping them out today. I got them last night and they're moving on because it's a really pretty shoe and it's going to work great for somebody other than me. This leather, actually I'm going to pause this and go grab the previous shoes I meant to compare. Alright, I'm back. As you can see, the color is pretty much the same, but the texture is a little bit different. It's not got that like super softness of like a nubuck or whatever, but suede. This is like almost above polished type leather, not quite. Wow, I can't think of the word. Wow, I'm really rocking. This is softer, is what I'm trying to say. This is more like a super smooth buff. This inside feels exactly like the Icon inside. It's a really nice, soft, up against your skin leather. The problem for me is simply that this part right here, just like on the tiki, does not work with my foot. I have a high volume foot, plus I have either something that happened pre-minimalist that makes money even higher. So any shoe purchase for me is a risk, but for most people, I bet you can slide this shoe right on and have a wonderful summer. The shape of the soles changed a little bit. You can see that I have been wearing this one, so it's a little bit dirty. And I don't want to put them right up against each other for that reason. But, sorry for my messy table. There's like nowhere in the house right now to do a video. Everybody's occupied or loud. So this sole kind of points a little bit more than this one. From what I can tell, from the old sole to the new, there's a little bit less material here, less material here, but more material here. So the shape has changed to slightly more of a rounded look versus this pointed. The new shape matches my foot shape better, so I like that. It's just this upper part. I'll talk about Grace in a separate video, and I can say more about the sole there because I'm probably going to keep Grace. So I'm sorry, spring is just killing me. I went all day yesterday without a cough, and then today it's back. It's just happy trees, I guess, aren't making my system very happy. Anyway, that does not matter right now. I don't want to, like super roll this. I do think it's not as flexible. I'm sure it's not as flexible as the original, which I can just, roll right up. No problem. Sorry, this is a little bit of a spazzy video. This, it's still quite flexible. Don't get me wrong there. It's not as hard as the Easy Sole, but it is not as flexible as the original. I don't know what type of rubber this is. This old sole has a natural rubber. This looks a little bit more industrial and such, so I'm guessing it's more of a molded type rubber, but I do not know. That's just a guess.
What? Sorry.
If you hear kids in the background, little one's asking big one for advice or help. So I'm giving advice. He's helping. Like the Easy, this elastic right here is really strong, which is part of why it just can't work for me. It's really good quality, but that means it doesn't stretch really well. Pausing for a sec. I paused briefly to let kids hash out what they needed. I think that the post placement's probably just fine. I couldn't put it on to find out. Really just be sure that you check the sizing, especially if you've had their shoes before, because they did change the length. I'm actually kind of in between. In this this previous sandal model, I have a 43. These are 42s, and I've already shared some pictures in Grace, which has the exact same sole, same size. I'm right up at the end. Whereas on the other, I have, at least on the first 3 toes or so, I have some extra room. So do note that the sizing has changed. The sole shape has changed. It's always good to check their charts. They always have charts, and there's at least 3 different charts on their website right now for old sole shoes, new sole sandals, and new sole closed-toed shoes like Icon and City. So check carefully. They're really good to answer questions, though. You know, they don't know your feet, so you might. It didn't work out for me. Let's just leave it at that. But I really think if you're medium volume, and you'd probably be good to go. It's hard to buy shoes, especially minimalist shoes. When you learn that your feet don't want to hurt, you get pickier. And I sometimes think I would love to have a minimalist shoe company and be putting out something good for people and really just loving what I do, but it's also got to be tough trying to fit everybody's feet. So I always look at it pretty casually, or casually is probably not the right word, but in the sense that not every shoe out there is going to work for every person. So you got to do the most research you can. Most people are more medium or low volume, so I'm kind of in a rarer demographic, but I can still say, hey, my high volume feet didn't work in this, so enjoy it if you're, you know, a little bit more mid-range there. So anyway, enjoy, and I hope this helped.